All right, so here we are. I'm here with Caesar, who is the Chief Merchant Officer in charge of product development, sales, marketing, artist relations. It's quite a mouthful of what you do. You are also the other face of Gibson here, and you have a very big role here because you pretty much deal with the product here, and it's also a passion for you. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is one of those I would call once in a lifetime situations and opportunities where I found an intersection of really my biggest passion, which is music, guitars, Gibson guitars, which is also the biggest part of my personal collection, and the opportunity from a business perspective to turn this business around and shape a company that's been so important for so many of us around the world, me included, and that's played such a significant part of my life. So incredibly excited, honored. When I talk to the artists, I always say, we're custodians of this company and this brand.
Yep.
And then we're also responsible to take it into the future, right? And evolve and be relevant for the next 125 years, like JC was just saying.
Yeah, it's quite a responsibility and of course being that it's very personal to you, and you have such that love for it. So how do you approach that? Part of you may feel that I don't want to mess with tradition, and part of you may say, well, I also have to appeal to, say, a certain type of modern player. How do you balance that with the new line?
And that's a great question. So what we've done is we've gone back to what is really the golden era of innovation in Gibson, right, in the 50s and the 60s, and sort of go back to that. That's our DNA, right? That's what defines us. Orville started making instruments in 1894, but probably the most significant moment in time for Gibson is in the 50s. And so we really went back to that, looked at that, learned from it, and reset and launched, and you're going to see when we go through it, our new portfolio of classics that really pays tribute to that.
Yes, right.
And then from there we said, we're going to leverage our iconic past, and we're going to evolve into the future with a line of contemporary guitars that I'll walk you through too.
Sure.
And so I think we've found the right balance of paying tribute to our iconic past and then moving into the future.
Well, as we talked a little bit earlier, you said that it's kind of cool because, again, I love the fact that Gibson is in the hands of guys who actually play, and you're a player, and you also have over 100 guitars, I would assume, right? And did you find that kind of digging into your own personal collection sort of inspired you there, or you drew elements from that as well?
I did. So I did bring several pieces from my personal collection as we were in the process of redesigning our line.
Yep.
We also borrowed from a lot of knowledge and obviously instruments from our artists, some of the biggest collectors in the world, and our vault. I mean, you'll be surprised to see when you come to Nashville, I'll actually take you to the vault, and we have some pretty amazing things that were very important in us really understanding our DNA. And as a collector and as a geek, I am a geek. I love specs. I like every detail. I got into everything that we did had to be perfect.
Right.
And we have a lot of knowledge in the company. Our luthiers, our staff. We have people that have been working with us for more than 40 years. Our luthiers are some of the best luthiers in the world. And my job was really unlocking all of that knowledge to bring it to fruition so that our fans around the world can now enjoy what they've been waiting for, which are those classic guitars. And then a lot of them are also really into, evolving into the future with more contemporary models. And so, yes, the answer to the question is yes. I borrowed from all that knowledge, yes, from my collection, yes, from all the knowledge the company had from our luthiers, other collectors, and our artists.
Sure.
And then we talked to a lot of our fans and listened.
And that's important.
That
was absolutely important.
I would say that what is one of the first things we did? We did a listening tour.
That's cool. That's very cool. So I asked JC really quick, and I'd like to ask you, what's your favorite Gibson?
My favorite
Yeah,
Gibson?
your favorite. Is there a particular favorite?
So, that question is I have 3 boys. Benjamin, who's 9, Benjamin, who's 11, Sebastian, who's 9, and Leo, who's 5. And it's like asking me, who's my favorite kid? Having said that, clearly Some of my original 50s instruments are very loved.
Yeah.
And so are a lot of the things that we've done recently. I actually have instruments that we've just recently done, which I tell you, and I'm being honest, I go to those instruments now. It's like I love them so much, where my new Les Pauls or new hollow body guitar, some of the new acoustic things we're doing, I'm really into them. I'm really into them. I'm playing them. So I hope that will be the case with our fan base.
Well, with that, let's dig in and take a look, right?
Do it.
All right.